Good afternoon. Still drinking the coffee that I have not finished this morning. About to head into the Times Square area here shortly to get another pair of shoes. So we'll see how this journey goes. Times Square is looking a little empty today. Pretty creepy to see when there's no tourists in this area. I've never liked the Times Square area. I will say that locals do not come here unless they have to. Just an FYI for those of you who are not from New York. But we are nearing the store here soon. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill, and today we are going to be looking at the 350 V2 Ash Pearls. Let's take a sneak peek. Welcome back everyone to another unboxing and review. If you're new to the channel, do not forget to smash that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up at the end, as well as leave me any comments or questions down below if you have any. Also, hit that notification bell because we have a ton of heat coming out that I don't want you guys to miss out on, as well as check out our join button. We've got a ton of membership perks that you guys are not going to want to miss out on, so be sure to check those tiers out, as well as our merch store. We've got some amazing Shade Gang merch that you guys are going to fall in love with, I promise, but you'll have to check that out when you get a second. Today we are going to be talking about the Yeezy 350 V2 Ash Pearls, and this is such an amazing spring colorway. So we're going to start out with the overview of how these colors are just popping off this silhouette. Then we're going to get into sizing and fit of the 350 V2 silhouette, followed by how I styled these. I had so much fun. The weather was amazing today in New York, so definitely had a great time styling these outside. Then we're going to conclude with how these are doing on the resale market. For those of you who went for these today, you probably found out that these were way more limited than expected. I think this year Yeezy for sure is limiting the amount of pairs that they are dropping. This is not like last year. So definitely was not a shoe to sleep on. As you guys know, I won this in a raffle, so that's why I have it in hand today. But anyways, let's jump into the overview of this really beautiful colored shoe. So as you guys know, we're going to start off with the prime knit upper. This is a beautiful pairing. Let me tell you, the creams, the pinks, everything's just vibing and pairing so well together. This is an interesting coloring scheme because up close in different lights, it actually looks very blue with gray, but then in other lights, it literally looks like a dark shade of purple. So this is one of those shoes I feel like you have to take photos and you have to visualize it in different lights because it really does change. Also, the laces look more purple as well in different lights and more beige in other lights. So it's definitely a different colored shoe depending on what kind of lighting you're in, natural or if you're inside a store. The creams also just really help. I feel like these colors pop off very nicely and it just really blends this pattern so well together. As you can see, this pattern just kind of goes on the medial and lateral side of the shoe to kind of complete that pattern look all the way through to the back of the heel. So let's take a closer look at those details. right, so moving on to the side panels of the shoe, you can see that we've got this vibrant kind of blue, but also kind of purple, darker shade that's intertwined in that prime knit with that cream coloring scheme. Then we've got this just nice stripe. I love the color of this. It's just kind of this pale pink color tone, which I'm really vibing with on shoes. I'm excited to wear these in the springtime. I think this is the perfect color to really complement a lot of my clothing options that I've kind of been stocking up to bring out when the weather gets nicer here in New York. But this is just a really pretty pale pink strip that we've got on the side there. Then when we move to the back of the heel, you'll notice there is no pull tab. As you guys know, sometimes there's pull tabs, sometimes there's not. This specific version does not have a pull tab on it, but we do have that nice kind of stitching in that cream colorway. Our insole is cream with Adidas and Yeezy in black. So let's take a closer look at those side panels as well as that heel counter. All right, now finishing off the shoe, we will see, as we do on all of our Yeezys, that boost going through the bottom here. This midsole has kind of this darker shade effect at the top of it. Then it translates into more of a creamy tone and then more of a yellowed effect on the outsole of the shoe. And there you have it. Let's take a final look at this ash pearl colorway. Now let's talk about sizing. So for sizing, I always recommend going half a size up in this specific shoe. I tend to like my shoes, again, a little bit on the bigger side, so I do like to have a little bit of extra space. I don't like my toes hitting the end of the toe box. For this specific shoe, I always say that it does kind of feel claustrophobic inside of it. It's very narrow at the toe box, and I do feel like my heel does get pushed up into the front of the shoe, or it pushes my toes up into the front of the shoe. So that's why I personally go half a size up, but also it will depend on the shape of your foot. I have narrow, very high arched feet, and they're very kind of thin in a sense where they definitely fit these differently than somebody who may be flat-footed. So definitely take that into consideration before you decide what size works perfect for you. All right, now let's jump into styling. I had so much fun styling these just because I'm getting so antsy. I need to get outside when it's nice. It's just a beautiful day. I feel like it's finally starting to heat up. The wind has kind of settled down here in New York. We have had some crazy, like 20-mile-an-hour, 1-degree wind chill type of days here. So I'm just like, I can take the cold, but the wind is what kills you here in New York. So I had so much fun styling this with a little lighter layers this time around. For the first look, I decided to wear a light denim option paired with an Urban Outfitters top that's striped. It's got some purple and some green in it. Again, I am just getting really purple vibes off of this shoe in so many different senses. So I wanted to bring some purple hues to really just kind of translate that with this shoe.
Was never alone, but always felt so lonely. Was surrounded by, but I was so lonely. But when I met you, my heart turned from stone to gold. And when I'm with you, this feeling I can't control. I never wanna lose this feeling. I'd do anything tonight to lose you. Yeah, I'd do anything. Yeah, I'd do anything.
For the second look, I decided to go with a leather coat with a simple just gray tank top underneath, and then I wore some kind of darker shaded purple pants. And I wanted to wear more purple hues so that you guys can really see it translate off of this color scheme. And I think it just really popped quite nicely.
Baby, I'd do anything for you.
For the last and final look, I decided to wear just a gray long trench coat. There's a lot of kind of grays pulling off of all of these colors in some sense, so I think the gray just as a color in general works really well with this, but in a light tone. And then for the bottoms, I decided to wear kind of a similar bluish grayish tone to what we see in the prime knit here. And then for the top, I wore a beige top just because there's so much beige going on in the shoe.
I'll do anything, yeah, do anything for you. Yeah, do anything, yeah, do anything. Baby, I would do anything for you. I was so lost and confused. Used to be unsure of what to do. You got me hooked and here I wanna stay. Was never alone, but always felt so.
And now that I'm looking at the shoe, guys, I see that there's actually like an ink mark. That's frustrating. It literally is like a pen mark on my shoe. What the heck? Who wrote on my shoe with ink? What is this? Ugh. Don't make me do some shade throwing right now. Don't make me do it. That is frustrating. All right, so out of those three looks, you guys will have to let me know what was your favorite.
So I'm bringing out the fight, yeah, bring on all the lightning. 'Cause I'm looking for a hero, look inside the mirror. I find one, oh, carry the hurt when it gets too hard. Pick it up, dust it off, and I fall down 11, I get up 12, don't need nobody else. Yeah, I can save myself. Crumble into pieces, but I got a million reasons why I won't. 'Cause this heavy is a season, and the sun is always right behind the storm. Bringing out the fight, yeah, bring on all the lightning. 'Cause I'm looking for a hero, look inside the mirror. I find one, oh, carry the hurt when it gets too hard. Pick it up, dust it off, and I fall down 11, I get up 12, don't need nobody else. Yeah, I can save myself.
But as far as socks go, I want to kind of jump into how I styled the socks with these. I decided to go with all again Tabio socks. So if you guys are unfamiliar with this Japanese brand, be sure to click the links down below because I have all of those for you to view if you're interested in buying just really good high quality socks. But I used a beige tone no-show just because I think that Yeezy 350s look amazing when you're showing your ankles with a no-show sock. But I do think they can be worn obviously with different patterns. So I wanted to bring out again, more purple hues in this. So I selected a kind of sheer purple sock by Tabio, and it's got some floral print. Just as we are nearing into the springtime, I wanted you guys to get a different feel for some spring patterns. And for the last and final sock, I used again, more of a gray beigeish tone, but a darker beige, just to kind of show you how well these beige tones work so well. And that's the ribbed sock. So that's a different height that I wanted to, you know, let you guys see what a different height sock looks like with this specific silhouette. So again, let me know what your favorite sock and look was at the bottom if you haven't already.
I'm looking for a hero, look inside the mirror. I find
conclude with the resale value on these shoes. These shoes retailed at $220. Currently, base sizes are doing a bit better than the larger sizes. We've got base sizes from size 4 to 7.5 going between $325 and $360. And that also reflects on the availability. These were a little bit more limited. When we go into the larger sizes, these are going between $275 to $300. All right, you guys, that is it, but stay tuned. We have another video coming out tonight on the Jordan 3s for those Georgetown colorway. So stay tuned for that. Be sure, again, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Leave me any comments or questions down below, as well as hit that notification bell because we got a video coming out and you're not gonna be alerted unless you've already done that. Also, be sure to check out our join button. We've got amazing, amazing membership perks that you guys are going to absolutely fall in love with. So be sure to check those out, as well as our merch store. So until next time, or until, the next 10 minutes, we will see you on the next video. My name is Marissa Hill. This is ShadeTV. We will see you next time.